Good morning, Paul Georgi from Allendale. It's June 30th, 2010, the USDA report day. The big news this morning that's going to dominate everything in the grain markets is the acreage number in corn. USDA came in at 87.87 million acres of corn, well below any estimate from the trade. In March, USDA came out with 88.79 was their estimate of corn acres. Trade average was 89.22, 1.5 million acres less on corn planting, which is very, very significant, huge, and expected the corn market. Early calls are 10 to 15 higher. Don't be surprised if we're going to be higher than that when this market opens at 9:30. We've had 7 straight days of down market in the corn, a market that is extremely oversold. To get hit with some very bullish news should help prompt some short covering. We've got a first notice day today. There was only one delivery in corn. Also, the USDA came out with their quarterly stocks number, 4.3 billion bushel. That was below any trade estimate. And so we've got some positive news there as well. All around, the reports, how we see it here this morning, are friendly and could give us a very wild day and a day where we're going to see this market open sharply higher here in the corn market. In the soybean market, we've got positive news there as well. The ending stocks, 571 million bushel. Trade was looking for 594. So that is a friendly number there, especially for the nearby contract. The planted acreage in soybeans pretty much in line with trade estimate there. It came in at 78.8 million acres of beans. So they've added 800,000 acres of beans from the March number, but well within line of what the trade was expecting. And on this report also, they did not adjust for the beans that didn't get planted, that are flooded out, that took prevented planting and so forth. So you got to also subtract some bean acres off of that. So it's going to be considered as friendly as well. We expect that market to open anywhere from 5 to 10 higher. And again, don't be surprised if these calls get higher the closer we get to that 9:30 opening. In the wheat market, not much going on there. The trade was looking for ending stocks at 940, came in at 973, a little bit on the negative side. The acreage number in wheat pretty much neutral. So look for grain markets to be higher to sharply higher pretty much across the board, at least on the opening. Then we're going to look at outside markets again. The crude oil up about 18 to 20 cents right now. Dollar is down a little bit, so and the stock markets looks like it should open a little bit higher here this morning as well. So that may have some influences, but again dominated by this planning report. In the livestock, cattle look like we should trade about steady here this week. The cutout values were slightly higher yesterday. We had choice up 23, select up 97. The cattle market feels like it wouldn't take much to rally this market. However, with the grain prices being sharply higher, we could get some pressure in the cattle market, especially led by the feeder cattle as cost of production go up on that end of the equation. In the hog trade, market's expected to open lower here this morning. We may get some support there again from the grain markets. Funds have been a huge seller in the hogs the last several days and putting tremendous amount of pressure on that market. We do have plenty of pork around right now. We're struggling with cleaning up these fresh inventories. We're pretty much done with any fill-in buying for the 4th. And we expect hog markets to open lower here this morning. Technicals look weak right now, but again, the overall picture in the pork complex is we've got tighter supplies than we had a year ago, and demand seems to be okay as we go down the road, but we've got some near-term problems that we got to deal with. We've got a short kill week next week. Packers are not very aggressive about buying hogs. They've only got to buy for 4 days next week. Most of them are going to be closed on Monday. So looks like we got a very volatile day. Call us if you got any questions, any thoughts about these reports. We'd love to discuss them with you. You can reach us at 800-262-7538. We wish everybody a very successful trading day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow morning. Thank you.